In an attempt to simplify my entries with the SMC, the Smart Money Concept approach, I've wandered more in the direction of a higher time frame chart as my trigger chart, my entry chart. Still looking at, excuse me, still looking at the higher time frame, 1 hour, maybe 4 hour charts for fair value gaps, and that's what you see on this chart. This salmon color fair value gap is from the 1 hour, whereas this is a 3 minute chart that I'm on. But uh, so rather, I guess basically, rather than flitting back and forth between all kinds of time frame charts like the 30 second, the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 7 minute, I thought, well, what if I just say to myself, I'm only going to enter. So let's say in this case, this is a 3 minute chart. I'm only going to enter on the 3 minute chart. I'm not going to look at other time frames, but I'm going to insist that I get a inverted fair value gap, ideally a nice V reversal like you see today here, and I'm not concerned about SMT. And just to try to simplify it. Now, I do have my own tools that I built that I serve as confirmation. And today you can see that during the open range period, the first hour of the New York Open, and this is the NQ, by the way, we had decreasing. Let me put this, I think I can put this in towards the back. We had decreasing bearish volume, the red bars right here, and increasing bullish volume bars. So that was a confirmation for me. One means of a confirmation of this V reversal being a valid play. In addition, I got my velocity indicator, which you can see these white squares. That happens whenever the velocity is meeting or exceeding the threshold. That I've designed it so that these thresholds are automatically sensed rather than I could do it manually. I created it so that the user could set them manually, but I just find there's no need to do that. Let the automation do it for us. So if we look at this, we had a nice entry on this thrust bar right here, and it cleared the inverted fair value gap, and strong body, and way to the races it was. So what I'd like to do, to take just a brief moment, is just take a stroll back in time for let's say the prior 5 days. I won't spend much time on each chart, but applying this concept of just the one time frame. And if there's no setups, I don't trade. It's as simple as that. And for me, what I find out is it might be a help in conforming to my rules, complying with my own rule set. So let's get started. This was today, Monday, June 30th. So let's go back Friday. That would be the prior day. That's the 26th. And this will bring us right back to that New York Open. And you can see I have an open range tool right here showing the high, showing the low, and also the midpoint. By the way, these dash dots are midpoints from prior days, and this is the current day right here. You can see price came up, almost hit it, and then fell back. And so if we look for a qualifying entry, here we had a bearish fair value gap that was not mitigated until right here, and it also coincided with the bearish volume falling, the bullish volume rising, and again we got our velocity signals right here with the white squares around that, and you can see if you look at the bottom row on my velocity indicator, you can see that the average started to build. Right here's a 91, 148, 190, so it started to go strongly green. So all that was a confirmation for a legitimate long entry. Let's go to the day prior, and again, I'm not going to go flitting between all time frame charts. I'm going to go just on the 3 minute. So we want to go to, there we go. We want to go to the prior day. That would be the 25th. That's last Thursday. And here we have the New York Open is right up here. We had a bullish fair value gap on the 3 minute. These fair value gaps are on the hour, as is this one right here. But there was a 3-minute fair value gap. It was mitigated, and do we have confirmation? Well, we sure do. Look at this string of white squares around all that very bright red velocity, and also the rising bearish volume with a falling positive bullish volume, right? And it was quite a move on that day. So again, I didn't go for any other charts. I stayed on this, and I said it's either going to have a setup or it's not. Simplifies what I do. Let's go to the day before, and here's again the New York Open area, and here we see that we got a mitigation of this bearish fair value gap coupled with, excuse me, that's one of my alarms on the charts, and the bearish volume falls, the bullish volume rises, and we've got our confirmation again down here, turn to the green side right there. And let's see. Oh, by the way, see this little down here on my velocity indicator? See that little vertical green line right there, right at 1036? That's telling me that the cumulative average has flipped from a negative to a positive. And that was an additional confirmation of that long entry. Let's go to the prior day. And that's the 23rd. And here is again the New York Open. And we see that we have a bearish fair value gap here. And that was mitigated right here. And we did not yet quite get our confirmation. So if I waited for that, that would be right here. That's a 948. You can see the 245 bullish ticks showing right here with a white frame around it. Again, we see that the bearish volume's falling and strong bullish volume, and away to the races we go. And I think we've got one more day of the week here, don't we? It's the 22nd. Yeah, it's 22nd. And up here, again, we're in the open range time right up in here. Here was a bullish fair value gap that was mitigated right here. And I look down to see if I've got confirmation. And again, our bearish volume is headed up and our bullish is headed down. And we've got confirmation on our velocity indicator right here. So that was all on a 3-minute chart. I didn't worry about a 30-second or a 5-minute or a 7-minute. And frankly, I didn't worry about whether there's an SMT or not, because with the confirmation, I have enough confidence in the way I approach this that I can declutter that, and I don't need it. So it may not be for everybody's taste, but it certainly is working for me. And now we see price coming up into this 1-hour fair value gap, and it looks like it's continuing to crawl its way north. One interesting thing is if you look at the daily, there's another alarm. This is the monthly volume profile, and this is actually a weekly right here, which today's being Monday, it's the same as the daily. But what I see here is that we've got a 4-hour fair value gap on this daily chart, and we also have what's referred to by some the golden pocket. That's between the price is going from here up to here, and it's pulled down into the discount area below the 50% fib, and you can see it's already mitigated a 4-hour fair value gap right here on its way up, and the idea is that you'd enter once it's come down into discount, but then come back and break above the that golden pocket of 61.865 zone, if you will. So if that pops above that, that's going to clear that 4-hour fair value gap, also clear the 65 fib, and if we get some confirmation down here, that would be a strong indication that the daily is going to look for a bullish bias. So I'll stop it there. I just thought I would share essentially what I'm talking about is simplified time frames, I guess. Still using multi-time frames by virtue of the fair value gaps connected to the 1-hour chart time, but yet trading the actual 3-minute in this case. So hope that makes some sense to you, and enjoy your rest of your day.